Hello guys, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So, before starting today's video, let me tell you one thing that yesterday when I was uploading video related to passive formation in future indefinite tense, then I came to know that I had not uploaded video of passive formation in past continuous tense. I thought that I had already uploaded it, but when I checked my all videos, then I came to know that I had not uploaded passive formation in past continuous tense. Then I thought that okay, I would make it later and I would upload it later. So this video is basically based on the passive formation in past continuous tense. Okay. Okay, as you all know that past continuous tense is used for those action that were being done in past time and in which we want to show the continuity. So we have to use past continuous tense, right? In active formation we use, we take doer first. When we start our sentence we use doer first, right? But in passive formation we have to use, object first, right? So if I say he was reading a book, he was reading a book, so it is an active formation. But if I want to make this sentence in passive formation, then I have to say that a book was being read by him. A book was being read by him, right? So if I talk about the structure of this passive formation in past continuous tense in positive formation, in positive sentences, then your structure is subject plus was, were plus being plus V3 plus object. For showing the continuity, we have to use being, right? So your structure is subject plus was, were plus being plus V3 plus object. Okay. Now let's make some examples. खाना बनाया जा रहा था. Food was being cooked. बच्चों को पढ़ाया जा रहा था. Kids were being taught. स्वीट्स बांटे जा रहे थे. स्वीट्स वर बीइंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. स्वीट्स वर बीइंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. बुक पढ़ी जा रही थी. बुक वॉज बीइंग रेड. ओके. एंड व्हेन यू वांट टू मेक इट इन नेगेटिव सेंटेंस, सो यू हैव टू यूज नॉट. सो योर स्ट्रक्चर इज सब्जेक्ट प्लस वॉज और वर प्लस नॉट प्लस बीइंग प्लस V3 प्लस ऑब्जेक्ट. सब्जेक्ट प्लस वॉज और वर प्लस नॉट प्लस बीइंग प्लस V3 प्लस ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, खाना नहीं बनाया जा रहा था. फूड वॉज नॉट बीइंग कुक्ड. फूड वॉज नॉट बीइंग कुक्ड. बच्चों को पढ़ाया नहीं जा रहा था. स्टूडेंट्स वर नॉट बीइंग टॉट. बुक नहीं पढ़ी जा रही थी. बुक वॉज नॉट बीइंग रेड. स्वीट्स नहीं बांटे जा रहे थे. स्वीट्स वर नॉट बीइंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. ओके. रूम क्लीन नहीं किया जा रहा था. रूम वॉज नॉट बीइंग क्लीन्ड. ओके. एंड if I talk about interrogative sentences, so you have to use was, were at the starting of the sentence, right? So your structure is was, were plus subject plus being plus V3 plus object. For example, क्या रूम साफ किया जा रहा था? Was a room being cleaned? क्या स्वीट्स बांटे जा रहे थे? Were sweets being distributed? क्या बच्चों को पढ़ाया जा रहा था? Were kids being taught? क्या गिफ्ट दिया जा रहा था? वॉज ए गिफ्ट बीइंग गिवन? क्या उसे डांटा जा रहा था? वॉज ही बीइंग स्कोल्डेड? क्या तुम्हें पैसे दिए जा रहे थे? वर यू बीइंग गिवन मनी? वर यू बीइंग गिवन मनी? इफ आई टॉक अबाउट WH questions, WH interrogative sentences, so you can use WH word at the starting of the sentence before helping verb, right? So क्या किया जा रहा था? What was being done? What was being done? क्या पढ़ा जा रहा था? Okay. क्या पढ़ा जा रहा था? What was being read? What was being read? क्या बांटा जा रहा था? What was being distributed? Okay. किसे इन्फॉर्म किया जा रहा था? Who was being informed? Who was being informed? Right? कौन सी बुक पढ़ी जा रही थी? Which book was being read? Which book was being read? Okay. So if I talk about negative interrogative sentences, so you can make the sentence by two ways. First way is using not at the starting of the sentence with helping verb, right? So your structure as per the first way is wasn't or weren't plus subject plus being plus V3 plus object. Wasn't or weren't plus subject plus being plus V3 plus object. And the second way is using not at the third place in the sentence. As per the second way, your structure is was, were plus subject plus not plus being plus V3 plus subject. Okay. For example, क्या खाना नहीं बनाया जा रहा था? Was food not being cooked or wasn't food being cooked? क्या स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ाया नहीं जा रहा था? Weren't students not being taught? Weren't students not being taught or were students not being taught? क्या prizes नहीं बांटे जा रहे थे? Were prizes not being distributed or weren't prizes being distributed? क्या पेशेंट को हॉस्पिटल नहीं ले जाया जा रहा था? Wasn't patient being taken to the hospital or was patient not being taken to the hospital? Okay, wasn't patient not being taken to the hospital. Okay, I am telling you being, B-E-I-N-G, being. Okay, so wasn't patient not being taken to the hospital, right? So this is all about passive formation of past continuous tense. And the only key of making and understanding all these sentences is just practice. You need to do lots of practice. This is only the key of getting command over this language and getting command over each and every structure, right? So keep practicing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.